All right, so we have a 1998 BMW M5 E39, and this generation is considered to be, by many, the best M5 BMW has ever made. This was the first time that BMW put a V8 into their M5, and it came with 400 horsepower, which was the fastest sedan that you could buy in the market. The previous generation came with a V6, and the generation afterwards came up with a V10. But the V10 had a lot of reliability issues, so this 400 horsepower with its naturally aspirated V8 and the 6-speed has become a really big hit with enthusiasts. All right, so when it comes to differences between this M5 and a regular 5 Series from this generation, you're looking at the front bumper, which has a little bit more of an aggressive design. You also have the chrome surrounds for the kidney grills, which doesn't come on the regular 5 Series. When you're looking at the interior, you have the M steering wheel with the M stitching, the 3 colors that BMW Performance is well known for. And then you also have an M Performance shifter, which actually lights up at night, as well as a specific gauge that when you start up the car for the first time, the red line shows 4K, and then as soon as the engine starts to warm up, that red line slowly creeps back up towards the 7,000 mark, which helps you with understanding when the engine is at the right temperature for you to rev out that V8 all the way to 7K. This M5 comes with the S62 engine. It is a 4.9 liter V8 that revs all the way up to 7,000 and is also outfitted with ITBs. The engine is mated up to a mechanical clutch-based LSD, and that is hooked up to a 6-speed manual gearbox, which many consider to be the holy trinity when it comes to powertrains. So when it comes to suspension, this M5 is outfitted with a McPherson strut with a multi-link rear. For brakes, it actually has a larger braking system compared to the regular 5 Series. And one of the differences between this and a regular 5 Series is that due to the size of the dry sump system, BMW was not able to fit in their rack and pinion steering. What makes this particular car so unique? This M5 here is actually a pre-production model. It was built in 1998, and if you actually go through the panels behind the trunk, you'll notice a yellow sticker that lists out the fact that this is a pre-production model. Also, if you check the vehicle warranty status through BMW system, it also will come out as a pre-production model, which is pretty strange considering most pre-production cars are supposed to be crushed and not sold to the general public. This car will also speak to someone who appreciates the nostalgia of 90s BMW. So you have quirky things like the integrated phone that was designed by Motorola, and you also have the build quality that BMW was really well known for back in the 90s and 2000s. When it comes to options on this M5, you actually find a fire extinguisher in front of the driver's seat, and that is actually an OE BMW option. On the passenger side, you have a medical first aid kit, which is pretty cool. What you'll notice on the front fenders is the grille that you'll find on the E46. It seems like the previous owner has fitted these grills on, and it's done very, very cleanly. Fits very nicely with the car, although the regular E39 M5s come clean without the grills. This particular M5 was actually imported from Spain, which is a warmer climate, and these E39s are pretty well known for rust, so this example is very clean. The underbody of the car has very, very, very minimal rust, and I think this is what really separates this from a lot of M5s you'll find in the North American market. So initially, when this car was brought to us, the single stage paint that you find on this M5 was in really rough condition. It's pretty normal considering it was a 23-year-old car, and there's roughly over 100,000 kilometers on the car. We went ahead and did a proper paint correction, and I was super happy with the way it turned out. We also did a full interior detail, really cleaning the leather, reconditioning it, kind of bringing out that depth and the richness back to the car. And we replaced the front emblems with brand new emblems and kind of tidied up a few things around. But overall, the car came out great. So when it comes to selling cars, detailing, restoration work, that is so important to actually maximizing the dollar value that you get for your car. If you're in the market for selling your car and you need some help or advice, contact us and we'll do our best to help you in any way we can.